I am Jo South. I'm a director and a business coach here at UK Growth Coach. I'm going to do a short vlog for you today on recommendations for business strategy books. Now, reading any book is always a good start, but I'm going to focus on just 3 of them to try and cut through the noise of the fact there are so many business strategy books you can pick from. There's lots about specific sectors, specific entrepreneurs giving their tips and advice, specific challenges that people may be dealing with, and books specifically on those as well. I'm going to just look at 3 more general ones for you today. Lots of the strategy books that are available are very focused on larger corporates and larger organisations, and there's really useful stuff in there. So, for example, thinking about like the book by Jim Collins, Good to Great, there's really applicable stuff in there. But I want to focus on what is most relevant for small and medium-sized business owners that you can directly apply and action within your own business. So that's the sort of the premise for the 3 books that I'm going to talk about briefly in this vlog. So the first book is Simon Sinek's Leaders Eat Last. So he's written lots of books and they're all well worth a read, but I picked this one in particular because I think it's very pertinent to today's marketplace. And there's a concept in it called the circle of safety. And it's about the fact that many businesses these days work on a principle that if you threaten, if you like, almost, and make people fear redundancies and pay cuts and restructures and all these sorts of things, that somehow you're going to make people more productive and better at what they do. And we just know that isn't true. And he's talking about actually really powerful leaders who are almost selfless, actually, to the point in terms of how they manage their employees, will get them to be more productive because they've created that circle of safety where people feel connected, they're nurtured, they're supported, they'll be more productive, more effective within what they do, and you're going to get so much more out of them within your business, and that's how it's going to thrive, particularly in times of stress and trouble, which is part of the reason for picking it in today's marketplace, that it is a tricky marketplace, and actually taking that sort of approach can be a real secret to success for many smaller businesses. The second book is by Richard Rummelt and it's called Good Strategy, Bad Strategy. So I first read this book years ago, but it's still really pertinent and relevant to today and well worth a good read. And basically what he says, there are 3 things that make up a good strategy. The first part is a diagnosis, so a really hard look at what is causing the problem within your business. What is the challenge that you've got? And it's about being really honest and brutal with yourself around what that challenge is, that diagnosis for your business. The second part is then an organising principle that unifies all the actions you take and how you move your business forward. And then the third part, again, which is a really critical bit that can often get forgotten about, is a set of coordinated actions with resources and timelines against. It's not a strategy if there's not specific actions against it. And there's lots of great examples in there of bad strategies as well, some of which are quite amusing or you can resonate with as seeing, I've seen people do these as well. So it's well worth a read. My third book suggestion is Michael Gerber's The E-Myth. So again, this is a book that's very well known and very popular. Some of you may well have read it or know bits of it already, but it is worth having a look at the revisited version of the book as well. And it particularly resonates with me because so many business owners that I speak to within smaller and medium-sized businesses exhibit the behaviours that he talks about around the technician who is brilliant at their craft, setting up their own business and struggling to get out of that cycle of constantly doing the work and being drawn back into being on the tools and doing the work themselves because they do it best. And actually there are other roles that you have within your business, being the manager and the entrepreneur in this. And there's a great description about how you can navigate yourself and develop your business through these different roles and functions, get the right balance in place and the obstacles that you face and the mindset and the approach that you need to overcome them as well. So those are my 3 reading suggestions for you if you want to learn a bit more about business strategy. But if you want to chat through what any of this means specifically for your business and how you can apply those learnings, but please do get in touch with us. We'd be delighted to have a coffee and a chat and talk to you more about what you can do to progress your business strategy. Happy reading!